Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. No, 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 no.
So Ellen DeGeneres is going blind due to a disease called Kuru. Now, Kuru is a rare but fatal brain disease, and it's caused by a protein called prion. Now, I'm going to show you why it's linked, the disease that is, why it's linked to cannibalism, because a lot of people seem to not understand how things work. And I read a lot. I'm not a doctor, but I'm just a nerd that likes to follow up on things, and I read into things. And this just shit just blew my mind. So a prion is a protein that folded incorrectly. Now we naturally have what's called PRP in our brain. It's naturally occurring, and usually it has a certain shape, and nothing abnormal happens. Now a prion comes into the mix, and it has a weird, funky shape, and it's folded, and it causes other proteins to become folded, and then you start to deteriorate. Okay. Now the weird thing about a prion is it's not a virus, it's not a bacteria, it's not living, it's nothing. It has no DNA. So, how do you get a prion, right? Through blood and eating body parts. This practice came from the Four people of the Papua New Guinea area. It was a ritual that they did at a funeral. Basically, once they went and laid their loved ones to rest, they would eat a piece or morsel of their loved one, if you will. But once they started, at higher rates and people started to research this, they said, hey, y'all need to stop eating people. And that practice stopped in the 1950s. It was supposed to, at least. Now, the reason I know this is because I was reading something, and I was on some hippy dippy site, and a lady was like, oh, yeah, use your period blood to fertilize your garden. You'll have a wonderful harvest. And I was like, fucking no. And I'm glad somebody with sense came in the comments because they said, nah, don't do that. You'll catch prions. So I was like, what's prions? And of course, nobody in the comments knew, because whoever in the comments knows nothing. But I went and looked it up. Now, what happens when you use blood to fertilize your plants, or you drink blood, you can get prions because you're not supposed to be doing that, and it's in turn going to fuck up your brain, and you can get Kuru. So how is it connected to cannibalism? What are we talking about here? Now, I don't know if you guys remember way back when Hollywood started getting real skinny, just looking sick and depleted. This was around the same time that the Trump administration had lost a lot of the immigrants, and they're not illegal immigrants. Watch, I said that because you're not illegal on stolen land. But a lot of the children from the immigrants that were trying to cross the border were lost, and they were unaccounted for, and they could not find them. And this was around the same time that, these people started getting really skinny in Hollywood, that is, because then the borders were shut down and nobody was crossing anymore. Dare I say that they were using these people to fund their cannibalistic ways? I don't know, allegedly. You have to say allegedly on these apps now. But, you got to follow common sense. Just look into things, read into things. And just think about vampires, how they continuously need blood. They need blood to stay healthy and beautiful. And if they don't have it, what do you think happens? They start to deteriorate. They start to lose their eyesight, kind of like what we're seeing in Hollywood right now. Everybody's skinny. Everybody looks sick. Is it because they do not have access to their adrenochrome? Now, adrenochrome is another conspiracy theory thing that people like to say, oh, it's not real, but y'all can read the Epstein files for yourself and see that they're doing these nasty ritualistic things and drinking blood. Now, adrenochrome allegedly comes from the adrenaline that's pumped through your body when you're at your highest peak of fearfulness. And they do it to children, much like that Monsters Inc. movie, where they just go and scare the children, and they pump those little yellow things up with all of that scared energy to give their world, the monster world, power. Are you following me, or do I sound crazy? I don't know. So just like vampires need to drink blood. You don't think these people in Hollywood that sign these demonic ritualistic contracts need to continue to drink it? And if they don't have it, they start to lose their eyesight? I don't know, allegedly. Allegedly.